I want to start by asking you this. Obviously, a lot of attention was paid to the fact that when Clemson went to the White House, they were served fast food. You commented on this on Good Morning America. You had something to say to those players.
Yeah, Jim Mayday. I said, you know what? I watched the game. Everybody expected Alabama to win. What a great win for Clemson, dominating. You go to the White House and you get burgers, like you get fast food.
Yeah.
So I said, I would buy those kids lobster, man. They deserve a great meal.
Yeah.
For a great game, for a great season.
Were you ever lucky enough to have a meal at the White House? Did you ever?
Oh, we won the Super Bowl. I got him. Yeah. Thank you.
Famously.
We stacked it with Giant fans. Thank you very much. But when we won, I had already made plans for an event.
Yeah.
And they made the day that we went to the Super Bowl the same day as the event, and I was trying to be a man of my word, so I skipped the White House so that I didn't upset the people who I committed to.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah. Do you know what the Giants were served? Did you hear?
I have no idea, but it wasn't fast food.
Yeah,
I can tell you that. It was better than that, man. I just saw this meme the other day, which I loved. It was the president dressed up like the Hamburglar. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
And it said, "I'm gonna make Taco Bell pay for it." So I was in front of all the burgers.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's good.
Internet's undefeated.
That's some good beam work. So this is a very, obviously, it seems as though we ended up with the four most exciting teams this weekend. Would you say that's true?
We have the four best offenses in the league. I think it's the first time ever the four best offenses highest ranked have made it to this point in the season. It's going to be exciting. People like points.
Yeah.
Like now they don't want to see defensive guys like myself hit quarterbacks anymore.
Yeah.
Now you touch one.
Yeah,
flag,
absolutely.
Didn't do anything.
Absolutely.
So,
it's tough. I mean, I grew up, and I want to talk about being a Steeler fan, but this was, much like the Giants, these were often teams built on defense. This is a different era we're living in right now.
It's a different era. You have to be able to score 30 points a game to win. But I do think the best defense of all four of these teams is probably the Saints.
Yep.
Yeah, probably the
Saints.
Saints. It's funny. People say, who's going to win? I think the Saints are hard to beat in New Orleans. Just hard to beat. On any other game, Kansas City, I think talent-wise, is the better team. But for some reason, it's like Brady and Belichick have this voodoo on you.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing that they keep winning. I'm like, how
Well,
does
it's
this
hard
happen?
when you have more talent if the other team made a deal with the devil. Like, that is
Can't win, man.
historically. And I say this, I want to make it clear that all my criticism of the Patriots comes from a place of deep jealousy. Like, I want them to know I'm being petty because I want what they have. You played against Tom Brady, and now who is just an absolutely lovely guy. It breaks my heart to say that, but you are partnered with him on a sports media company. What's it like sitting across from Tom Brady in a meeting?
It's great. It's not as comfortable as laying on him on the football field,
Yeah.
but it is. But it's great, and you hit it on the head. When we're on the field, we are like this, man.
Yeah.
But when it's over, it's the ultimate respect. I have so much respect for him, and to be in this situation that he's in now, and as many Super Bowls that he's been in his career, I'm jealous. Took me 15 years to get to 2, and lose 1.
Yeah.
This guy he's won like 5, and he's been in like 8 or something like that.
He goes to Super Bowls in the summer.
I know.
He has extra Super Bowls that are happening.
I got some spare time. Let me go to a Super Bowl. But the guy he's absolutely amazing. He's a great business partner because as hard as he works to be a great football player, he works that hard off the field as well in our business, which is called Religion of Sports. And we do all these great documentaries and a lot of branded content. And we did Tom versus Time with something we did last year. But we followed last season for him because he is 41 now.
Yeah.
It's like the clock is ticking. But this guy continues to defy age.
Yes, he is a well-made clock. It's a bummer.
But there's nothing like hitting a quarterback like Brady, man. You're
Yeah.
like, whoa, Giselle, I see why, girl. I see why.
Just contact. It seemed if there was a positive in the Giants season, and there were a few, Saquon Barkley, there was some criticism, how do you not take a quarterback in last year's draft? It seems like this is a pick now that you could stand by and say this was the right choice.
You can stand by and say he was the right choice. I mean, the kid is phenomenal. And a quarterback, it's a hit or miss thing. I think he was pretty much a hit from the beginning. You knew what you were getting. This year, there are not as many quarterbacks in the draft, but I do think you can find somebody possibly to sit behind Eli most of the year.
Yep.
And hopefully maybe free agency or something like that. But I think if you protect Eli, he can get you far enough to blend somebody else in to take over eventually.
I'm heartbroken. We talked a little backstage. The Steelers had a year. I mean, anytime they don't make the playoffs, I'm very sad. I'm sad most of the time if they don't win a Super Bowl. But they had this drama with Le'Veon Bell all year. Finally get past it, and now there seems to be this new drama with Antonio Brown. There has been no player I've enjoyed watching more in the last decade on the Steelers than him.
Yeah.
But this seems, is it safe to say this is a marriage that is not going to end well?
I think if you're going to root for Antonio Brown, you'll be rooting for another team.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think he's going to be there next year. It's too much of a distraction.
Yeah.
And they've had enough of it with Le'Veon Bell, and he decided he didn't want to come back, and they kind of moved on. Too much to do that year after year and expect your team to compete.
Were wide receivers always like this? Sort of
They're divas, man.
Yeah.
The wide receivers
even in your
are
era.
divas.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why you need a player on the team who can go up and grab them and say, hey, get it together.
Yeah.
You got to get it together. You're hurting us.
The problem is Antonio's so fast, he's impossible to grab. Even when they try to grab him, tell him that. Woo!
You lock those locker room doors. He ain't going nowhere.
Well, I'll be heartbroken to see him leave, but it certainly doesn't seem very positive right now. Always great to see you.
Always,
Thank
my
you for being
friend.
here.